Hey guys, welcome to our top 10 best movies of 2021. This is our combined list. I went to 10. How many did you go to? 9? That's fine. That's good.
I didn't see a lot of movies.
You'll jump in. Yeah. Well, Joe, we do see a lot of movies this
Yeah,
year,
a lot
but
of
a lot
them on my
of them
other lists.
were in the middle
Yeah.
or at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's difficult when you go through the year because I had to go back and watch some more. I had to go through our list to see what was bad. And you're right, I filled up the worst list pretty easy.
Me too.
But the best list was a little harder. So these are great, 2 awesome movies. So let's get started because this is going to be a longer video. If you like these extra videos, please consider supporting us on Patreon or a YouTube join button. It helps and it goes a long way. So number 10, for those of us that have a number 10, I like to try to put a few movies on the list that you don't expect. My lists are a combination of unknowns and big titles. But on the best movies, they're mostly big titles. I have a few unknowns that hopefully you haven't seen because the purpose of these lists is, oh, shit, okay, I'm going to go watch that. If Joe says it's good or if Joe says it's bad on the worst list, I don't know why you would want to watch a worst movie, but it's kind of fun to do.
Why would you
sometimes.
want to watch a bad movie?
That's this guy. So, number 10, Old Henry. Have any of you guys heard of Old Henry? Okay, I ran into this one because I was on a Western movie kick, and we don't have a whole lot of Westerns, and this one popped up, and it's got, do you guys remember Buster Scruggs?
That
was
Netflix
a
one?
really
Yeah.
cool Netflix one. And the Old Henry, so the actor in that is the lead in it. So Tim Blake Nelson as Henry. And it's just a story about him and his son living on a farm. And he discovers, so he's a farmer, and he kind of discovers a wounded man, blood on the saddle, and a wounded man in the middle of nowhere with some money, cash loot. And he's like, fuck. And it's that Southern thing where it's like, I just want to walk away. I don't want to help. But you got to help, So he helps him. He takes him in. And then, of course, the outlaws show up. And there's something with Henry, though. He's a farmer, but he seems to know what he's doing. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm not going to say anything more than that, but it's really fucking cool, and it has a great fucking twist ending at the end. Just a really good Western with great performances. So, Old Henry is my number 10. I know you don't have a number 10. Do you have a number 10? Mm. No, number 10. You did number 9?
No, I did top 5 for both.
Top 5
Top
for both.
and bottom 5.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Okay, so that was my number 10. All right, going to number 9. My number 9 was Demon Slayer Mugen Train. So we went to the theaters for this to see animation, and God, there's just something so cool about seeing animated films like this, or really, these Japanese animations that are high budget, and we saw, Dragon Ball Z in theaters, the Broly one, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting side story, a little bit horror, a little bit action. You got to see some characters that we really didn't see in season 1 of Demon Slayer, and I'm really enjoying it, and I hope Demon Slayer continues. You guys saw this with me, right?
I saw it with you.
Okay, so that was really, really fun. So I would highly recommend, if you haven't seen that one, it's on some services now that you can watch it video on demand. So it's a little easier. You don't have to go to theaters if you don't want to. So Mugen Train is my number 9. Joe, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is actually Free Guy. I actually had fun with this one. This one I didn't really expect much of this one, but I was surprisingly impressed with it. I had a great time. It was a feel-good movie. Yep. So that one's probably going to be my number 9.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool because that's my number 8. Yeah, my number 8 was Free Guy. It was just, I was really cynical on it. I fucking hate video game movies because they normally get them wrong, and I know Ryan Reynolds plays the same fucking, role all the time, but this one was a feel-good. It was fun. It was, the jokes worked. Yeah. And it had been delayed for so long. I don't know if that helped it because I was dying to see it at that point. But I just thought that Free Guy was a really good time. Mm-hmm. Did you like it, Alex?
Yeah, I did. I was actually really, I wasn't expecting much from the movie. I was like you, I was really cynical about it, but I mean, there was there was fun cameos. There were a lot of fun jokes, and so really like
and
really
a fun villain.
Yeah.
Okay, so going on to number 7. My number 7. Man, it just goes to show you there weren't a lot of good movies. Because
that's what it's like.
Free Guy is okay, but to be on a best list, it's like all right.
Just my list.
But this one, I don't know if it should be on here, but it's on here because it's different. It is Malignant. So Malignant is so fucking crazy. Like I was expecting a horror.
Like I enjoyed it.
I was expecting, to be scared and shit, and it's not that. It is over the top. And when a reveal happens, and then you have fucking Darth Maul butterfly kicks, and then an unnecessary hit across the room with a fucking trash can that's unnecessary. Just the craziest shit. I liked that. So that kind of dark edge, almost comedy, even though I don't think it's supposed to be comedy, but it all mixed in for a perfect blend of, that's unique, that's different, that's cool. So my number 7 was Malignant. Number 6, this film.
I got number 7.
Oh, good. Go.
This one was actually recommended by you. Mitchell's versus the Machines. That one actually was pretty funny. I liked it.
Oh, you should check out. Hold on, Joe. I skipped your number 8.
No, I had Free Guy. Then my number. My number 8 is Mitchell's versus. That's the one that you recommended. I was like, hey, this is actually pretty fucking funny. I like the animation and everything. The humor was there. This is like the
family.
It's a good family. It's heartwarming
movie.
Too. So this is a good watch. So that was my number.
Versus the Machines.
Yeah, that was my number 8 and my number 7. If we're going to 7.
Yeah, I'm number 7 with my Malignant.
7 is Suicide Squad.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. The Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad?
The recent one from this year.
Yeah, Suicide Squad.
I don't trust our opinions now. I was like, all right.
I know. They gave us shit for that for years because
whatever.
Remember we got drunk and we had
it was a feel-good.
Who was it that flew in? One of our viewers flew
Angry
in.
Liquid.
Angry Liquid flew in, and we were just having a great time. And I didn't look at it as, a bad movie. I looked at it as just fucking mindless
we don't give you
fun.
shit for liking your shitty games.
But when the new Suicide Squad came out this year, I was like,
yeah.
Okay,
so yeah, that's my number 7.
This one's much better, for sure. Okay, do you have a number 7? No number 7. So my number 6 is... I didn't think that he could do it, but he did it again. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage and Pig.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the other one.
What other one?
Wonderland?
That's probably be on the worst list, Joe, because it didn't
you.
deliver
Liked
what I wanted.
Dare you.
Yeah, but not at the level that I should have. Anyways, Nicolas Cage has hit my list before with Mandy. I fucking loved Mandy. Color Out of Space is another good one. And this one, Pig, it is way more muted. So don't go in thinking...
This is not a feel-good.
This is not a feel-good. It's not a John Wick with pigs, even though you can kind of describe it that way in a small way. But it was just good acting. There's danger behind the scenes. There is a weird scene out of nowhere that Alex didn't like that felt it was outside of the movie's plot. But I just thought it was a good story and that Nicolas Cage knows how to pick them. And then he goes and follows it up with shit like Ghost Town, like shit that's just really bad. So Nicolas Cage, he just uses a shotgun when he's picking projects. And Pig for me was a good one in a year where the movies are all that great. So that's my number 6. What was your number 6, Joe?
Nightmare Alley. This one had great actors in it.
Shit.
This was so good.
I fucking forgot about
This is
Nightmare
one of those
Alley.
that you have to at least watch once, in my opinion. So
yeah, I think Nightmare Alley could have dropped off one of mine.
So yeah, Nightmare Alley for me.
Okay. So it was great performances. You got this extremely cool femme fatale, thing with Kate Blanchett was her name, and and Bradley Cooper is just picking good projects. Did you know that role was originally going to go to Leonardo DiCaprio, but I think he dropped out or he couldn't do it, so Bradley Cooper picked it up, and it was a good choice.
Would have been a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5. My number 5 is Mitchell's versus the Machines. So I liked it a lot. Recommended it to these guys, and it turned out to be good. So if you guys haven't seen Mitchell's versus the Machines on Netflix, go and see it. It's just great animation, great story, fun time, good family unit cohesiveness, good side characters, and an interesting villain and boss. It's like, how the fuck are we going to stop a robot apocalypse? How is a single family, average family, going to stop that? And they did it. So it's fun. What is your number 5, Joe?
Don't Look Up. I really like that one. That was a Netflix one. I honestly think
another one that could have made my list.
This is exactly what would have happened. I believe this is what would happen if some kind of an asteroid would come in and just try to, like.
I would probably replace Free Guy with, God damn it, Joe! I didn't do my research well.
Yeah, because this is kind of like I like the Deep Impact and Armageddon, but this is just like a funnier
mixing
take.
It all together.
Yeah, and I totally see like the president just be like, "Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it." It's like, "Oh shit, my numbers are going down. Hey, we're going to space. We're gonna take care of this problem."
It was funny, and they do a thing at the end. We're not gonna spoil it, but they do a thing at the end where I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, you know what? I give this movie an extra point if it does this thing at the end, and it fucking does.
And Leo's great, and Jennifer Lawrence.
Can I change my list? Is that allowed in the middle of a list? I want to replace Free Guy with Don't Look Up. I'm doing it. Go.
My number 5 is Suicide Squad. I think that it was kind of like a redemption, for the Suicide Squad. I hated the first one. I always hated the first one. I really like the Enchantress character a lot. And I think that they absolutely ruined everything. Everything about that first movie I hated. So when they did this one, I like James Gunn. I love all the projects he's been working on recently.
The new
and so it was great. It wasn't like a perfect movie, but it was just a movie that you can just sit someone else down and just go, you should see this movie. It is a weird, slapstick, crazy, superhero-ish time, and you'll enjoy it. And I think he did a really good job.
Yeah. So going on to number 4, this is another little indie one. Indie one should be on here, and I'm very happy. It was by Steve Kostansky, and it only had like $1 million budget, and it only recouped about $95,000. But I'm really glad that it got made because its humor is right on my wavelengths. PG. Psycho Goreman. Y'all remember Psycho Goreman?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of
hilarious.
it. I loved every moment of it. It's about this fucking intergalactic extraterrestrial overlord, like a real fucking evil person being discovered by some bratty kids. Well, the girls are brat, but then the other kids are nice and stuff. And he befriends them. He melts people's fucking first and shit. And then you even have some villains show up, almost Power Rangers like. There's a Power Rangers feel there. I think Chris.
Yeah, it's a good watch. I like it.
Let's see who makes a cameo in this from RLM. Rich Evans makes a cameo in it, I think, as a voice of one of the.
I didn't even notice.
I think it was like the trash can or something like that. I saw it a long time ago, but it was great earlier this year. But I highly recommend that you go out and see it because it's creative. There's practical effects. If you love Power Rangers, you're gonna love it. The one criticism I've heard a lot about the movie is that the little girl is too mean and she's too annoying or she's over the top. I think it fits within the film.
It goes with it.
It's perfect.
It's her
I like her
character.
performance. I think it works perfectly. But yeah, it's bloody, it's great, it's a fun time, and it's one of those good indie films. I wish it would have made a ton more money, and hopefully it does on VOD. That's just the box office I was talking about. So it probably was only on a few screens because I would love to definitely see more
of that,
by this particular director here, Steven Kostansky. So Psycho Goreman is mine. What is yours?
The Last Duel.
Aha!
I really like that one. I like medieval tales.
Yes.
And this one had a lot of like badass story, great actors, treachery. It had it all. This one is like a must watch. I don't think a lot of people want to go see this one. But
Rough time of year.
Yeah, y'all need to check this one out for sure.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too, Joe. That was like a number 10 or something like that, but then I moved it off. It was really good. There were some unnecessary things where it kind of like repeated
slow,
a few,
still.
but it was still top notch.
Yep.
It bombed at the box office, unfortunately.
Yeah, did not do well. Mine is Nightmare Alley. I really, really enjoyed the storytelling. I thought it was a little self-indulgent at times. The runtime and there was some this kind of meandered a little bit, but I really, really like it, and I think it's a great standalone. It's not based on something. There's not a superhero, and it's wonderful to see people making this kind of movie. And you know, my list is super short this year because we watched so much streaming stuff. I know that there's some other amazing stuff out there, but for this kind of movie to be made in Hollywood still, it's a really good sign.
To go back to mine, Psycho Goreman, I wanted to know what else he does because I really like the style and everything. The Void, I really liked
That
The
was a
Void
good one.
too.
I liked
he
that
did
one
that
too.
one. He did VHS 94, and he's going to be working on a few. Okay, good. He's got some cool stuff coming up. Steven. All right, so moving on to number 3. My number 3 is Dune. I really, really enjoyed Dune. It does give you massive blue balls, but it does make me look forward to them doing it correctly. Obviously, the visuals was the strongest part of this film, and the universe is also the strongest part, and I really liked Dune. What did you guys, what's your number 3, Joe?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Number 3, okay.
That's my number 3. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This one got you in the feels. Great action. Tom Holland does great as Spider-Man. I don't know about Uncharted. We'll see about that. But yeah, overall, this was one of the top. It was like a 3 for me.
Okay.
I got my other 2. But.
Yeah, mine is Don't Look Up. I think that this movie is a perfect little slice of life type thing for this period of time that I mean, this is you make this movie 5 years ago, and I was like, this movie's stupid. Nothing like this would ever happen. But this, I think right now, you just see all these people doing ridiculous things. And I think it was wonderfully done. I had almost no complaints. It surprised me too because it's like, oh, it's a Netflix thing, and I turned it on. It's like, wow, I really like this movie.
It shows the frustrations of real scientists that probably feel this way, and it's one of those films that's so black comedy, so absurd but it's sad to see that a lot of it is real. You know what I mean? Because there are parts even in this film where you're like, no, people wouldn't do that, but. If you go back and look at the film, we would have said that. We would have said that about many things. Right, that don't look up.
Like,
well, 20 years from now, they might be doing that too, Joe.
Oh, shit.
Right, where it's like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, so yeah, that's a good one. I'm replacing my number 8. Free Guy is gone. Don't Look Up is there. I never said the Free Guy thing. I erased it now. There's no proof.
Okay.
Anyways, so my number 2 is the Suicide Squad. So much like you guys, I enjoyed it even more. It made me realize that how average that last one was, even though I had a good time with it. You can have a good time and it be extremely awesome. And that's what it was for me. So Suicide Squad is number 2 for me. You know, the plot line, you know, there's some shocks in there with Rick Flag, Peacemaker showing up. We got Idris Elba putting in the villain, which I never thought that we'd see in the DCEU. And because I think the DCEU is going away and it's just
Stallone,
it's cool.
killer performance.
Right. King Shark, lots of James Gunn. And me and my sense of comedy, it's right on par.
I need him to do a Lobo movie so bad.
Oh my God, he would probably do Lobo the best. And God damn it, if somebody could tell him, bro, you're really good. We don't need you wasting your talents on yet another character on the Suicide Squad for the TV show. Because remember, he says on HBO Max he wants to do another Suicide Squad character, get their own TV series. No, Lobo, I'm with that. What's your number 2, Joe?
Demon Slayer, because I told you about the show. I was like, you need to check out the show. It's fucking badass. And then I feel like these kind of movies need to be more in theaters. Like they're such a good watch. More people should go out there and support these things. I loved it. Like the action was amazing. The soundtrack I loved. Downloaded that one as soon as I got home.
Nice.
And the emotions were there. That one's one of my top ones.
Okay.
And season 2 is going on. Guys, check it out.
I couldn't decide between 1 and 2. My 1 and 2 are pretty much tied in my mind. The only reason that I went with Spider-Man as my number 2 is I think Spider-Man is absolutely incredible. It just required trying to recommend movies to people, that one I think you really do need to watch 7 movies before you watch that movie, because it's so incredible once you see all of them. You understand the context and there's emotional scenes that
the Garfield
you
one,
really
yeah,
have to see the other movies, and so that is the only little thing against it that it lowered it to number 2. But everyone should see this movie. Go see the first 7, and I think it was amazing.
That is my number 1. Talk about anti-deflating. Number 1 is Spider-Man No Way Home, because I have seen them all. It is a motherfucking 10 out of 10. Seeing all the old Spider-Man come back and have them be integrated into a film in such a nice and perfect way and not fuck it up is amazing. In addition to the old villains returning to their old roles and not missing a beat, William is just an amazing Green Goblin, and we've got Doc Ock back. It's just great. And in a moment where after at the end of the last Spider-Man with Tom Holland, I was like, what direction are they going? It's he's been revealed, and it's like, I'm not gonna be that excited, and I never thought they'd do it. I'm like, shit. I keep thinking, nah, they're not gonna be in the film. They're gonna do something else. They'll do multiverse, maybe a tiny cameo, but they're integrated in such a large way, in a good way, and it makes for a perfect ending to that trilogy. In fact, I think that Spider-Man No Way Home may be one of the only instances in which a third film in a series is even better than the sequel. So, like, it's hard enough to get number 2, the sequel, to be better than the first. There's a handful, right? You had Terminator 2 and fucking Aliens 2 and Empire. But to get the third fucking film even better than the last film, that's fucking hard to do. And Spider-Man No Way Home does that for me. So that is why it's at my number 1.
My number 1 is Dune. The visuals alone were fucking amazing. The vision he had for this, everyone, the way they looked, and the spice and the worms. I loved everything about it. Then I went back to go see the original. Completely different tone.
I'm happy that you got to see the original. I will allow it, because it's like it gets to open the world of Dune to Joe.
Like, I know what's going on in the second half, but like I can't wait to see their interpretation of it. Yeah. Because right now I'm along for the ride. It sucks I have to wait a little bit longer, but so far I love it.
Yeah, because you don't have that context as much as we do of Blue Balls, where it just cuts off. You know what I mean? Yeah. That is still there for you, but it's like lessened because we know the rest of the story from the books and the film.
This is cheesy, but I was like, this is ridiculous. The guns, like
the guns are shitty, and they're wearing trash bags.
They have to make noises. They have to make noises to shoot.
Awful.
I was like, that wouldn't work.
I'm not.
What happens if you sneeze?
Don't you fucking talk shit about that weirding module.
If you accidentally sneeze. Like, do you shoot?
I like it.
Choose. Like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. When I was a little kid,
I was jumping on the couch, and I was like, Muhadim, so it's...
Yeah, that would have worked. I'm glad. I'm glad it's there. I'm glad it's there in the past.
It's way more interesting.
But I'm liking this more serious approach. Okay. So that's my number 1.
And it sets up the sequel to be even better.
Yeah.
Dune is also my number 1. Dune is special to me in a different way. My grandfather was a huge nerd. And he used to share all of his sci-fi books with me, and the Dune universe was one of them, and Douglas Adams and Tolkien. And so we're old, and the older you get, the more you see things that you loved as a kid get ruined. Like Transformers are pieces of shit, G.I. Joe's a piece of shit, now Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are a piece of shit, The Hobbit's a piece of shit. Like, all of these things that we see that we loved as kids get turned into something awful. And it was special when Lord of the Rings came out, because I loved them, because it felt good. It felt like the director and the writers, Peter Jackson, really understood what I loved, and we were on the same wavelength. And Denis Villeneuve did the same thing here, where it's not everything that I wanted, but it's enough there, and it's like
it's a new interpretation that doesn't fuck it up.
And it doesn't fuck it up, and it felt good. And I love being able to say, like, this is something that was important to me that they didn't fuck up. Because, I mean, even Ghostbusters, like, all of these things that we loved are just going to shit. And this is like one bright, shining beacon where the person in charge like made something that they actually cared about.
Yeah, for a while I thought the original was still better, because that's just how much I like the weirdness. But now I can fully acknowledge that Dune is much better than New Dune. However, it is missing that weirdness. I need a little bit more gross. I need a little bit more weirdness injected into the sequel.
Maybe
and
do
I hope
like an Easter egg or
get
something.
that. I just think that the Harkonnens are a little too clean.
What?
We'll see. Muhadim. So that's it. That is our top 10 list, and I'm modifying. Free Guy was not on there. It's Don't Look Up at number 8.
I forgot about it. You should have said anything.
I know, right? Anyways, thank y'all, because I fucking filmed that in the fucking beautiful mountains in Colorado. I completely forgot about that film.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Those are our top 10 movies. Let us know which movies did we miss on our list. Which movies were your favorite? Leave your top 10 down below. I want to go
I want
through.
to see them.
Yeah, I want to. This is the fun for us because we get to go through all the comments and see which films we miss and then watch them.
Yeah.
So thank y'all so much for watching. Please consider supporting us on Patreon or grab some merch. Thank you, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.